Robbie at AFTV down here outside the Emirates, and it feels good to be down here. And of course, football returning on the 17th of June, kicking off not here, but up at Manchester City. That was the game that we were supposed to have played that got postponed. It was our game in hand, and we'll be taking on Manchester City. It's a really tough game to come back to, but everybody's looking forward to it. Major, major game, and I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be weird. Nobody knows what it's going to be like yet because it's a completely unknown quantity. Manchester City, no fans. There has been people who've been joking and saying, well, they don't get many fans anyway. But all right, it's not that's a joke because they do get a lot of fans. But it's going to be a tough game. Fans or no fans, Manchester City away is going to be a tough game. And then we've got 10 games to go in the Premier League. And there's some difficult games in there. Manchester City. We've got Liverpool here at the Emirates. That's going to be tough. Even though they might have won the title by then, but it will still be a tough game. We've got Leicester here. Tough game. We've got to go away up the road to the, what's it called? The Tottenham Stadium, right? We've got to go up there, but that's going to be a tough game. They've got Son back. They've got Harry Kane back, Birdwine. Yeah, I mean, all of these guys that were injured are back. So, and then even when you look at some of the games against the lesser teams, like we've got Norwich here, we've got Aston Villa, we've got Watford last game of the season. They're all going to be fighting for their lives. So those are going to be tough games as well because they take on extra significance. So a lot of really difficult games. But for me, there's three, when I've been looking at it, there's three players or three people, should I say, that are the key for me for us finishing the season successfully. And finishing the season successfully is getting into Europe. First objective, Europa League. I know there's a lot of fans, they'll be like, I don't want to get in that, I don't want it. But for the fact of raising money and stuff like that, it is good to be in the Europa League. Second objective, can we get into the top four? It could even be top five if Manchester City's ban is upheld. So we've got to finish the season strongly. And for me, three players or three people, as I said, are the key to whether we can do that or not. First person, and you may not expect this, me to say this, but this is the first person I think, David Luiz in defence. Now, there'll be a lot of you go, what? David Luiz? David Luiz in defence can play a key role for us getting high up the league. At the moment, I would say, in that centre-back position, he's our best centre-back. He was playing very well up until the whole coronavirus thing. Under Arteta, he'd had a very dodgy start to the season, but under Arteta, I thought he picked up. He was organising, his distribution was very good, and he was defending a lot better. And he is kind of like that senior, experienced player at the back. Now, who'll partner him? Would it be Pablo Mari, who's, remember, he's just only played one Premier League game. He's going to need guidance. He's going to need somebody to step up next to him. If it's Socrates, again, you know, David Luiz for me is a key player in that defence. If he plays poorly, we're going to do badly. We're going to concede goals. It's going to be a mess, like what we saw earlier on in the season. But if he keeps stepping up his game, like what we saw towards the end when, you know, the whole coronavirus thing came in, he could be a key player. Very, very important player. And it's very important that he steps up. And for him personally as well, because remember, he's got this contract that we've all found out now is actually up at the end of the season. So if he does have a poor time of it, Arsenal are not going to renew that. If he plays really, really well, no doubt Arsenal will give him an extension on that contract and he'll get another year. So big, big last 10 games for David Luiz. Next key person, obvious one, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's our talisman. He's a guy banging in the goals. Even in the friendly here the other day, he scored again. He's been, amongst so many players that have been poor this season, he's been the one shining light. He's been absolutely brilliant and outstanding all season. If he can continue that on and score those goals, that could be vital to pushing us to getting into the European spots. But Aubameyang needs to continue his form through. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty around him, of course. Is he staying? Is he going? Will he sign the thing? What I want to see from him, just get your head down and do what you've been doing all season, and that's banging in the goals. And he's going to be very, very important for us. Third key person for me is the manager, Mikel Arteta. Now, he's come in and for me, he's done really, really well. He's got the best out of what he's got. And this is what he's got. You can't do a transfer now. You can't bring in anyone else. It's going to be down to him and his team selection. We saw last year with Unai Emery, when we should really have got into the top 4. That game when I turned up here that time and he changed the team up against Crystal Palace. And we ended up losing points in that game and we didn't make the top 4. Team selection is going to be key by Mikel Arteta. Motivating the players to give 100% intensity in games behind closed doors. You know, really uncharted territory for him and every other team is going to be so, so important. Mikel Arteta, I cannot understate how important his role is going to be. He's going to be so, so important. He's going to have to use a big squad of players because there's so many games and they come so thick and fast, and he's going to have to rotate that squad. That means playing the right players at the right time, knowing when to take players out, knowing when to put players in. It's a big, big 10 games in the Premier League for Mikel Arteta. If he gets it right, we could be looking at Champions League places or other European places. If he gets it wrong, it could be a poor end of the season and people will be looking on him and saying, well, is this the right guy? There's a lot of pressure on him. He's done well so far, but a lot of pressure on him to finish the season strongly. So, looking forward to it. Looking forward to those last 10 games in the Premier League and, of course, in the FA Cup. What can Mikel Arteta do? Will Aubameyang keep scoring the goals? And can David Luiz step up in defence? I'd love to know from you guys. And also, give me your 3 key people. Do you agree with me? Or do you have some other people? Give me your 3 key people and leave it in the comments below. And don't forget, for all the best coverage of Arsenal, lock it down here on AFTV. You'll be hearing from the fans right throughout to the end of the season. Right here, AFTV are back again. Make sure you check us out. Football is back.
Back again, yeah.
AFTV will be bringing you comprehensive coverage of every game from now until the end of the season. So get ready for the restart here on the world's #1 fan channel.
Back again.
AFTV, back again.